I don't want us to get away and get out of here without him at least saying a word. So if you allow him, please, family, to just say a few words, and I thank you for that.
Thank you so much, Jimmy. It was an honor to play for Coach Black. He was a difference maker. He absolutely was. And he's made this world a better place. And I believe his legacy will continue forever. I want to recognize my wife, Betsy, also, because he, like all of us, made us feel so welcome. He prepared us, and he always kept our eyes on the ball. Always. Tough times and great times. I will always be indebted that he recruited me also, Jimmy, from the state of Indiana. And I thank you, Coach. You know, God bless Peggy and your wonderful family. Hook 'em.
I'd be remorse if I not let him go and have a word. Anybody out here could have talked about Coach Black. We've got stories here, stories there. We got stories all over the place, right? He touched everybody's lives that's here. And each of you has a commitment to yourself and friends who you know and don't know to introduce Coach Black and his legacy to them. You have an obligation. He was a great guy. He did everything by the book. Then he came to Tyler Junior College, and Coach Wagstaff says, "This guy need a car." I said, "Well, can't do that." He said, "This guy needs a house, some clothes, some shoes." He said, "Can't do that either." He said, "I can't do that." He said, "Why not?" Now, they're friends, right? They're buddies. Why not? Can't do it. He smiled, looked at Coach and winked at him and said, "But I know somebody that can." But anyway, Coach was straight. He was a straight guy. He recruited me. I thank him for it. Coach Black was a guy that, he's a trailblazer. Harvey don't want to say it. I call him Harvey, it's Ovi. Harvey don't want to say it. He needs a statue. He don't need his name is on a sidewalk. He needs a statue. Why not? Look at him. Look at me. Look at Durant. Look at all the players that has come through. He don't deserve just some writing on a wall. The Hall of Fame was fine for him. Give him a statue. Give him a statue. Somebody in here can do that. I know you can. We played at UCLA. We were up 30. We were 32-34 at halftime for my first year. And come in the dressing room, coach is bragging about how well we were doing. Just bragging. Keep it up, guys. Call us men. Never call us boys. Guy, always men. Men. It's one thing I respected about the guy. I always respected you, regardless. Respected you. We playing, right? We in the Baptist church. I can take as long as I want. Now, I'm not going to hurry this thing. Is that okay with everybody? Let me be me today, all right? All right, I appreciate it, because if you say no, go, I'm going to stand anyway. But anyway, halftime. So he's giving us a speech, right? We go back out. We come back in. We lose by 40, all right? So we're in the dressing room. We're undressing. The coach said, "Men, I got to talk to you before you get underdressed." I said, "Okay." He started going through all the things that we did wrong, all the things that we could have done right. And he started off smoking a pipe. Then he ended up chewing tobacco. And I knew once he started chewing tobacco, it was over. We were going to be there all night long. There was a knock at the door. "Hey, y'all guys, come out of there. We got to clean up." There was a janitor's custodian. Coach didn't say a word. He didn't break a word. He was just going at it. "You did this. You did that." So this happened about 3 or 4 or 5 times. All of a sudden, coach he says, "You got to come out of there. We're going to turn the lights on." I said, "You better turn them. You better keep them on, because if you turn them off, I'm going to find you in the dark." So I said, "Okay." Coach was a guy, but we found out the offense we were running was UCLA's offense. We actually ran that year UCLA's offense, but they ran it better than we did. right? So it's another instance where I thought was one of my best. Since he took the golf thing away from me, because he was horrible golf. I read that in the paper. He was really bad. And if you golf and can't find somebody else's balls, and you got more balls than you did when you came, you can't help but serve chocolate cookies. You know what I'm saying? But we were in Ole Miss, and there was a player that was pretty good. He was on the cover of Sports Illustrator, and he was a very good player. And we played them. Tight game, got down to the wire, maybe 1 or 2 points. We were down. I stole the ball from the guy and went in for a layup, and he jumped on my back and he rolled me to the ground, to the floor, and we started rolling. And now I'm from Houston, Texas, 3rd Ward, Texas. Somebody jump on your back, you're supposed to fight. Yeah, that's a signal. You got to fight. So I'm swinging, he's swinging, so I wound up underneath their bench, and Lord behold, it was a disaster. I mean, chairs and feet and everything started coming down on me, right? So I get up and I start off the floor, and I'm coming back to the bench. I'm bleeding, and trainer's running over and pat me up, trying to get me right. I'm walking over to the bench, and coach runs out. He always stands like this, right? So he runs out. He runs over to me and says, Jimmy, you can't do that. And I'm looking at Coach bleed and everything. I looked at him. Now, it just came out the right way. And he looked at me, and he was looking up at me. And I said, well, Coach, I'll turn the cheek next time. Turn the other cheek next time. And I walked away. And I left him standing up like this. And he was in there. I won't do it. But that was pretty good. So I kept that in my memory bank for a long time. We got a lot of stories. Everybody out here can tell a story. But if you hadn't experienced being with him and being around him, you never would know. And everybody here, I know he's touched their hearts. If not, you wouldn't have been here. So on behalf of the family, Miss Peggy, First Lady, 54 years, incredible. 54 years. 64? What? It was a misprint. God almighty. You have been blessed, girl. Oh, man, 64? That's great. Listen. When you walk out of here today, you should have the biggest smile on your face, because I know he's looking down on you. He wants you to be strong, keep your faith. When you're going through your struggles, you're in that dark place and you're bleeding and you don't have anybody to go to or turn to, keep your faith. Hold on. Just keep your faith. When your back's against the wall, you have nobody to turn to, keep the faith, because you know why? The sun is going to shine in the morning. It's going to shine. It's going to shine on you, Miss Peggy. You've been thoroughly blessed. I love you. One thing I want to say to everybody that's sitting here, and I want to say this sincerely. When the seasons changed, grass has grown. And everybody has gone their different ways and doing their own thing. Somebody here, they got to go knock on our door. And Miss Peggy, there's some papers. Newsboy has thrown a lot of papers in your yard. I just want to put them on your porch for you, so you won't have to go out there. Somebody got to knock on the doors. Miss Peggy, you got a window up there that look like it's cracked. I can't do it, but I can find somebody to fix it for you. Somebody got to come along with the grass and be a grass cutter for a day for Miss Peggy. Somebody got to say, Miss Peggy, your grass is getting pretty high. Let me cut it for you. A painter, a carpenter, somebody washing cars. Your car's dirty, Miss Peggy. Let me wash it for you. Somebody. Because long after it's over with, the season's changed, the grass has grown, leaves has changed, Miss Peggy is still here with memories. So I say to you, that little girl that God has made a woman, you knock on that door with an apple pie or some dinner and say, Miss Peggy, got a hot cup of coffee to sit down. You don't have to talk about Leon. You don't have to talk about the family. It can be a quiet moment. Just listen to her. Let her talk. Because, in Leon's house, there's a little bit of heaven. Thank you.